Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at the Robin Tim Drake Compendium 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're taking a look at this massive monstrosity. This is the Robin Tim Drake Compendium 1. It is a beautiful, beautiful book. Really like this. Feels like DC went back to their matte covers for their compendiums. You had Starman, Compendium 1 being a matte cover, and then Glossy to Volume 2. The recent Nightwing one I got is matte, and so is this Robin one. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. Holy cow. The writers on here, awesome writers. Chuck Dixon, Alan Grant, Doug Munch, Dan Jurgens, Louise Simonson, John Wagner, Ian Edgington. And artists, you got Tom Lyle, Norm Brayfogle, Kieran Dwyer, Tom Grummett, Ed Hannigan, Bob McLeod, Jim Aparo, Dan Jurgens, John Bogdanov, and who else? Grant Mame, Steve Pugh, and Kevin Brayfogle. Bunch of inkers, whole bunch of colors. Here's the table of contents. Whole lot of stuff in here. It starts off with Batman 80-page giant. This is like from the No Man's Land era, so this is a early Tim Drake story, I think, and this is why they kind of put this here. I believe it's most likely told in chronological order, not publishing order. So that's why you have probably this story of Tim Drake, being a little kid, going up against Disco Nightwing, and then jumping here to Batman Detective Comics 618. This is Shadow on the Sun, rite of passage. So this is probably how Tim Drake becomes Robin. Haven't read all these. Got Chandra Kinsolving in here. If you remember her from Nightwing or Nightfall: The Search. And then also this has the 3 Robin miniseries in here shortly thereafter. Trial by Fire. So it's not A Lonely Place of Dying. I can't remember if that was Tim Drake or not. I did read that, but I can't remember who was that in that. But yeah, Batman 455, Identity Crisis Part 1. Here's your Alan Grant, Norm Brayfogle stuff. So yeah, a whole lot of Batman comics before we get to Robin, right? I think this is the issue where it happens, where he puts it on. It's the ghost of Robin's past. Again, this is a kind of a thicker matte paper. Like it's got a waxy feeling to it. Oh, my whites are blown out. Let me turn the light down. There you go. All right, how's that? But overall, I feel like the book lays over. The paper feels good. Doesn't feel thin. And it's got kind of a newsprinty texture-ish, I would think. Here you go. Meet the New Robin. Boom. And then you have the Robin miniseries through here. I believe it's 1, 2, and 3. Got the Batmobile before Nightfall. I love this design of the Batmobile, mainly from Night Quest and what's his name? Gene Paul Valley going through it. So you've got the 3 main Robin series in here: Robin 1, Robin 2, Robin 3, which has the Huntress. These are all like 4 or 5, 6 issues each. Some Demon stuff and Superman. I haven't read any of this stuff at all. So I'm excited to go and read it. So excuse me if I'm jumping through here. Robin 3, Cry of the Huntress, part 3 of 6. And then you have Robin, the main series, starting finally after some Catwoman stuff here. 1 through 5. Showcase 93. It's got like a couple issues of this. So there's some Catwoman, Robin stuff in here that they thought was important. Written by Doug Munch. So got to be good. All the Batman stuff I feel like from this era was mostly pretty good. So excited for that. Anyway, here we go. Is this one that? Anyway, there's a whole lot of stuff in here. Yeah, here you go. Here's the Tom Grummett Robin stuff right here. This issue, 1 or 2 probably. And then 5. And then, yeah, this is the last issue that's collected, number 5. And then you have all the alternate covers and things like that. Some designs for the Robin suit back here that are a whole lot of fun. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so it retails for $60. So here's what's in it. Batman 455 to 457, 465 to 469, 480. Detective Comics 618 to 621. Robin Volume 1, 1 through 5, Robin 2, The Joker's Wild 1 through 4, Robin 3, Cry for of the Huntress 1 through 6, Robin 1 through 5, Robin Annual 1 and 2, Superman number 70, Superman Man of Steel number 14, that must be the John Bogdanove art right there, and stories from Batman 80-page Giant number 2, Showcase 93 1 through 6, and an 11 through 12 from all the writers that we went over before. So I believe this runs like 1,000 pages or something crazy like that. Is there a page number? No, of course not. Actually, there is. Yeah, 1,000 and what? 1,100 pages, 1,102 plus the back matter, another 20 pages. So we'll call it 1,120 pages of classic 90s comics here. Compendium 2 is probably where it gets really interesting because that's when we're going to get in the main era of the Robin run with Chuck Dixon and Tom Grummett. So it might be a little bit of a bummer if you love that stuff that is barely in this compendium, but I'm excited to read these first Tim Drake Robin stories and see why they were so strong that they felt like, hey, we should start a Robin series. I mean, Tim Drake, after all, you got to remember, there was no Robin solo series until he came along. So there was something about those first couple miniseries where that readers latched on to how he was being written and how he was being portrayed that they said, you know what, let's do a solo series. And then Robin, the solo series ran for like at least 150 issues, right? Because I remember getting Robin 150, oh gosh, it must have been during the 1 year later story arc. Adam Beechin and Freddie E. Williams III was doing the art on it, I believe. So it lasted a long, long time. So there's something about Tim Drake, and there's something about these early stories that are so good that they said, yeah, let's go. And they just continued it on and on and on. Now, again, I have not seen any solicits for a Compendium 2 for this one or for Nightwing, but hopefully the fact that there's Compendium 1 on here means they're going to do a couple more. So I feel like at least if they get through the No Man's Land stuff, they'll be pretty good. If you're doing this many pages, I'm assuming the next one's going to be starting at number 6 with a couple of annuals, probably go through, I don't know, you could go through like 45 or 50 probably, and then do 2 or more, and you might be able to finish out the run in 4 compendiums. But yeah, that's a lot of material in here. And you're not even to mention, you're not even talking about the crossovers you're going to get to in the 90s with Nightfall and No Man's Land and Murderer. All that stuff is coming up. So I don't know how they're going to collect all that. I don't think they could collect all of them in a compendium because there's just so much stuff and very little Robin. But yeah, it'd be interesting. So yeah, there's a quick little overview of the Robin Compendium 1 and how it lays over. I feel like it's a pretty good, pretty well-built book. Actually, I do like this paper. This waxy feeling feels a little bit better than some of the other matte paper that they've had in prior collections. It's not glossy, but it feels thick, and I like the waxy texture to it, honestly. It makes me feel like I'm not going to rip through it. And I think that's the biggest thing here. And honestly, the matte paper probably helps the old school colors too. Like this is before computer coloring and all that. So very 90s. KG Beast is in here. Oh man. Okay. All right. Can't wait to read this. I think I'm going to read this one before I read the Nightwing one, simply because chronologically this takes place before all that. But yeah, those are my quick overview on Robin Compendium 1. Let me know what I'm in store for. If you've read all this stuff, if you've read the compendium down below in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.